I would like to explain verses 5, 6 and 11 of SURA TAUBA. These verses are mentioned by the non-Muslims as a proof against the Quran. They think that the Quran incites violence. My linguistic research has proved that it does not. Islam, the Quran, always encourages peaceful and harmonious living of the Muslims with the non-Muslims. Let us analyze section 1 of Surah Tawbah, verse 5 to 6 first. Verse number 1 says that the Muslims disassociate themselves with the contract or the agreement they had made with the Polytheists about not joining any of the enemies of the Islam or living with them peacefully. Here I point out that the word polytheist means one who believes in many gods. So it is clear that this verse, al-mushrikeen, means the people or the group of people who associate gods with one God, Allah. So this means that God is talking about the pagan Arabs who believed in many gods. My point is that this verse does not relate to the Christians and the Jews because they are called Ahlul Kitab, the people of the book. So they cannot prove by this. This verse or this surah was about those pagan Arabs, and the pagan Arabs are no more now. So the second verse says that these pagan Arabs who had violated their agreement are given 4 months' time to think about it again. And they, if decide to repent, this is verse number 3, the Arabic word is tubtum. Actually, the word means if they return. In Arabic culture and language, when we say tubtum, this means that it is tawbah. Tawbah means that if you take wrong steps towards some destination and you realize that your steps were wrong, you come back, you return. This is called tawbah. So here it means realization of the fact that it is wrong. And then number 2 is that they take the right path. So if they had violated the agreement and they realized that it was a mistake and they keep the terms again, they promise to keep the terms again, terms of the agreement, then God says, khairul lakum, this is very good for you, this is better for you. But if the word is tawallaytum. Tawallaytum means to turn their faces, according to Sahih International Translation, and this is right. So if they turn away, then know that you will not cause failure to Allah. This is not a right translation. Here the Arabic words are غير معجز. معجز is the word from ajaza, to be weak. That means that God is not so weak that He cannot take any action. He is not unable to take any action. He is able to take any action. And the point here is that God knows about their violation. The people may not know. They have not seen. But God sees everything. He hears everything. So He knows. This is a proof that this Quran is from God, not from man. And then in verse number 4, God says, about another group of mushrikeen who did not, according to verse number 4, who did not do anything deficient about the agreement. That means who did not break the agreement. And number 2 is that they did not support anyone against the Muslims. These are the two conditions. They have to keep up the agreement, and they have not to support an enemy of the Muslims. So these mushrikeen, these polytheists, are allowed to have good relations with them and to go on their own way. God says, you must complete their term of agreement, and then God reminds that He loves those who are dutiful. That means it is the duty of the Muslims to allow the mushrikeen to live in peace and go their own way. Then verse number 5 says, when these 4 months of sacred months are over, then kill the polytheists. Naturally, those who violated the agreement and those who are not going to keep the agreement, they are not going to realize their mistake, they are considered enemies. The war is going on according to Muhammad Assad. And when the war is going on, then naturally they are to be treated as enemies. So if there is an active war in Western culture also, if there is a war going on, just as it is going on in Iraq and Afghanistan with the Iraqis, then it means that they also go and kill them. And then God says, wherever you find them, and capture them. Now here the word is capture. Why should God say capture them? It is because if they lay down their arms, if they don't want to fight, then they are to be arrested. They are to be captured and besiege them. Besiege them means that you have to make sure that they are there. You surround them and sit and wait for them. These are the various means of waging wars. So if they repent, God says again, that means if they turn back, if they return from their wrongdoings, and the next word is, number 2, they should aqamus salat. Now here also, I'm sorry to say that the Muslim scholars also do not interpret it rightly. The word salu is the root of the word salat, and salu is taken from salah, that means the bag, the center of the bag. And salu means to go after something or someone continuously. And aqamu means that they should always be ready to do it. And this means that they should follow the terms of the contract here, not prayers. Prayers means dua in Arabic, though the word dua is not used here. So the meaning is aqamus salat, that means they must first repent that they had made a mistake, and then number 2 is atu zakat. Atu zakat means that they should give growth by acting fruitfully. And then God says, leave their own way. And God is Ghafur Rahim. So then number 6 says that these mushrikeen are allowed to live safely here, and if somebody asks for your protection, you tell them about the Quran and give them protection. That's all.